Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Saints Row reboot, or review of it, to be fair. I don't really know. Anyways, we're just going to talk about it, basically. I have played up to, I'm going to assume, the final mission of this game. I clearly did not want to finish it, because I had to do the criminal ventures, which I'm just like, why do that? I literally just wanted to complete the main story and see how I felt afterwards. Because I'll be honest, most people are bashing on the game. The way I see it is, it wasn't supposed to be a Saints Row game from the start of development. I feel like that has been obvious for many people. It was not supposed to be a Saints Row game, but they just decided to brand it as Saints Row because attention. It's kind of like so dumb that this game franchise that had two identities prior to this clearly made the fans more upset. And it really annoys me when developers think that the fans are gonna like it, and they're just calling all the critics and all the fans who loved played through all the games at least, but loved 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 sort of like, it was a weird time, but it wasn't an enjoyable time because they kept it consistent until this one, the reboot, or I would say until Got Out of Hell and Agents of Mayhem. I haven't played Agents of Mayhem, but when I first saw all the reviews of this game, I really wanted to play Agents and see how I felt about that. I did download it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go play it, because I literally just bought it for $2 and that was on sale, so let's go. For this one, luckily I didn't spend money on it because I crossed the 7 seas, but I did want to at least experience it and see how I felt about it, so I don't just throw a random video out there without playing a game that I haven't played. To me, like I said, it's not a Saints Row fucking game. It's literally, to me, it felt like you're just a business tycoon trying to get a startup, and that's what it felt like to me, because like criminal empire, and I'm like, bro, like it's not as intense as Saints Row 2, where you do have to restart the Saints because they have been disbanded because of Julius, and that's when the boss starts talking, and it, like, those lines and that fucking game went hard on the gangster aspect, but it did have like light comedy here and there. But when it goes to full comedy, I guess that's where we, and action pack, I guess that's where we go from Saints Row 3. That's when we start with Saints Row 3 up to Get Out of Hell. But all of the fans wanted a more down to earth gangster game, and the way that they hit this off the mark, like I said, they literally bashed the fans, dude. They bashed the fans. What sort of creator, developer would ever do that? Like, this is just my perspective. It's a mediocre game. It's a game that you can enjoy if you want to. I feel like for most YouTubers who literally played the game for content, they had to turn off the music, which, I'll be honest, will be awkward as hell just listening to all that shit without any music. I'm glad I literally just played it as a consumer, and that I did record it, but at the same time, I'm just like, huh. Like, I thought going in, it felt like to me, when I first started, it felt like a chore just going through this game because I just wanted to complete it, obviously, just to complete it and see how I felt afterwards, which I did. Up until the last mission, because I'm like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do criminal ventures because I just want to do the story. Basically, that's me in a nutshell. I just want to complete the story. I don't want to do any extra shit. Of course, Saints Row 1 and 2 made me do the respect bar thing to get that up to the story, but at the same time, those were enjoyable. Those were at least fun to do, but I feel like with this, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna enjoy it. And I think it's clearly obvious that, other than the woke crowd that they tried to pander to, which they don't play games. I don't get why there's so many content clearly pandering to these individuals that don't give a shit, to be honest. And that's where I feel like most woke fucking creations fuck up, is that, oh, they think there's an audience for this when there's not. Like, Eli fucking worrying about your carbon footprint. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And when, like, I was fine with Kevin saying, like, his like abbreviations out loud because that's probably just him, but when the boss calls him out on it, I'm just like, I don't care. You could have literally just kept it as Kevin being Kevin, but no, you had to call him out on it, and then he had to re-say the line guarded as fuck, and I'm just like, he could have just said AF and I would have been fine with it, but the way the boss called it out, I just got annoyed with it. Oh my god. And there's like, at least for me, there's like 3 instances where the camera just zoomed in out of nowhere, which was kind of like, what the fuck? It didn't need to zoom in. I personally think It's not Saints Row. It's not Saints Row. It's never gonna be Saints Row. That's the thing. Like when I see that fucking clip when the developers are like, oh, we're getting all these ideas coming through, and the moment they say like, oh, we gotta reboot Saints Row, I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't, because at the end of the day, they claim it's a product of its time. Bullshit. Every game, it's a product of its time. The problem is to get to the authenticity and the passion behind a project like Saints Row 1 and 2 is never going to be met again, because you guys strayed away from it since Saints Row 3 because you were getting tired of being called a GTA clone. But I'm just like, Saints Row 1 and 2, I agree, are the masterpiece of the fucking IP franchise, whatever we call this. Those two are the masterpiece. The one that started it all and the one that perfected it. And 3 and 4 and 5, or Get Out of Hell, up to the reboot, are literally just jokes. At the end of the day, they're just jokes come to the culture that was Saints Row. Like, I feel this now, because I did play through 1 and 2 because they were on sale earlier this year before the reboot. Probably Microsoft's like, oh, hey, I'm gonna get you this best game for a few dollars compared to the one that's coming out. I'm like, all right, thank you. And clearly that was good on them, because I enjoyed all three of those. Well, all of those. I enjoyed 1 and 2. I didn't think I would, to be honest, because I came in on 3, but I see why the fans want that style back. But I feel like stupid people or developers don't understand that you can make a world suited for anything. I feel like there's a problem here where people are pandering, or people want games pandering to individuals that aren't gonna buy the game. I feel like we have a problem with that. Let's not, like, I am upset that most games nowadays are not like at least 86% complete, at least 86 or 86 to 90% complete. I am mad about that. Like, every time I see a game like this, modern gaming fucks shit up because they don't make it complete. They give you some half-ass, watered-down bullshit that we are never going to experience the full potential of. And it pisses me off every time people don't think about, oh, the first thing that matters when it comes to trailers and all this bullshit, yes, it's the first impressions. But afterwards, if people don't like your game, like most of the Saints Row community, I'm going to say this, it's because you bashed the fans that fucking made this series. Of course we're not going to fucking support you, you little shits. Oh my god. It really pisses me off when there's developers out there that are genuine and give a fuck about their product and their fucking audience and their target market. This one felt like it was made by Twitter users. At the end of the day, that's what it fucking feels like. It was made by Twitter users. I will say, there were some enjoyable moments. I feel like I said that before. There are enjoyable moments, but at the end of the day, we wanted a gangster game. We wanted a game that went raunchy. It went all the way up to feel like there's deep fucking heart into it. But no, we got some fucking millennial ass fucking group of fucking assholes that I don't really give a fuck about, to be fair. I do give a fuck about Nina. Nina was like chill. But Eli being the market guy, the business guy, I feel like we needed like more of a connection other than just being roommates. Because at the end of the day, like, we don't give a fuck. Like, the boss got a group of roommates and they just started hanging out, and I feel like there should have been more to that. I feel like we could have like at least started with the boss's origins, how we met Kevin, Nina, Eli, because I feel like that's how a reboot should start, not from the middle of it. Of course, if you played 3, if you started from 3, you don't I didn't know the backstory between Pierce, Shandy, and the player / boss until I played 1 and 2 this year. This year. I didn't know that, but then I felt more a connection to them until, like, Pierce was the same in Saints Row 3. Shandy is sort of like mixed feelings, because I feel like she turned into a little bitch after 3. But there was a connection, there was a history there that I could have come back to once I realized there was 1 and 2. But when it's this reboot, there's no connection there. There's no fucking story. There's literally just like, oh, here, you're the boss. Here's a group of friends or roommates that you just care about. And I'm just like, There should be more to that. At the end of the day, I feel like my non-existent 5-year-old daughter made this fucking game. You know, that's how I feel about it. There's a time and a place for everything, but I feel like, yes, the game's getting hate because it's not Saints Row. It wasn't supposed to be Saints Row. I feel like the developers messed up right there. This could have been a brand new IP, and it probably would have pandered to a target audience that probably cared. But if it's for Saints Row, a franchise that has like 6 games now. Actually, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got Out of Hell. Agents of Mayhem. 7 games now. One's a reboot, which I'm pretty sure no one gives a fuck about because I don't remember too much of the game because I just like. I'm just trying to remember in this fucking thing. It's a game that shouldn't have been made, or shouldn't have not. A game that should have not had the Saints Row IP connected to it. That's how I feel about it. Maybe it could have referenced the Saints Row IP like many good game studios do when they want to start something fresh and new. But I feel like the woke crowd, man, the hipster crowd, it's not an audience that buys this shit. I feel like that we're right there because I'm just annoyed, man. I'm just fucking annoyed. Like, why did you decide to put this out as a Saints Row game? Like, this game could have been like, it's probably for the $60, $70. Like, fuck you, dude. This game could have been like a nice $25 drop. People would have probably noticed or probably given it a chance. But no, you decided to make it a Saints Row game where it's nothing like Saints Row. That's how I feel about it. Like, I've been wanting a game that took me back to like roots. I did play Saints Row, Saints Row 1 through Got Out of Hell this earlier, but I wanted something new with that fresh take on it. This was wasted potential for a Saints Row title. I swear, like, so wasted. We could have started out as like how we became a murder machine, like in this game, but no, we could have like feel like there's could have been so much deep story and deep immersion, but no, this game literally felt like a chore. And I feel like that's it. It's just a chore. It's a mediocre game. If you will enjoy, you can enjoy it if you want to. But as a Saints Row title, this is falling off way off the mark. Because at least with 3 and 4, the crew was there. The boss cared about the crew, and cared about being on top still. That's how I feel about it. Like, the only good aspects I would say would be the map, even though it's underutilized as fuck, and customization. I feel like those are only good points to me at this moment in time. Story, forgettable as can be. That's how I feel. Anyways, guys, I don't know what I'm gonna title this. Probably like Saints Row Reboot, a game that shouldn't have been tarnished a beloved IP. I gotta say that when there's like 3 games already did that. But I feel like after 3, no Volition or any of the developers at Volition knows what to do. I feel like they don't want to get cancelled or whatever, or get backlash for being too cold and too murderous. I'm like, bro, This took me back to 2019. I forgot the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 reboot had backlash. I forgot about that, and I'm like, it wasn't that deep of a story to begin with because it's a Call of Duty campaign. They're not really that deep. You just go through the motions and just kill people. But I forgot about that. I'm like, this is like, that was just literally the same as like the rest of the campaigns I've played, and I'm just like, wasn't that drastic, but I guess they're scared of that? I'm not sure. Like, I want somebody who cares about the series to play this fucking game. Like, I want somebody who has cared about 1, 2, possibly 3, and to reboot this franchise the proper way. But clearly, like I said, wasted potential, wasted effort. And it pisses me off that I wanted something to at least remind me, or at least give a new take on something. Because I've played GTA 5 like 6 times now, and I'm just like, I need something new. It's kind of hard to find something new when everything is less than 20% complete on the marketplaces that we buy shit from. And it pisses me off every time, dude. Like, modern gaming has fucked shit up. This is not even modern gaming that fucked this up. This is just them trying to hit a target market that was never a fan of Saints Row. My god, I still feel like this was supposed to be a business tycoon game. Just got the Saints in there because they didn't know what to call it. That's how I feel about this. This is how I feel about that. I feel like I said this earlier, but like at the same time, it's a rant. I'm probably gonna repeat things from earlier, and it's just sad. Honestly, it's just sad to see how a beloved franchise gets basically fucking murdered by its own studio, man. Just makes me so mad. Like, I hate modern gaming when the developers think they can. I hate that this is a verb now. No Man's Sky it. Like, no. The reason why No Man's Sky worked is because the main guy literally listened to the haters and the players, and that's why it's a great game now. It's because he listened to what the players and the haters wanted. Because at the end of the day, the people that hate on your game are some of the people that actually care about it the most, because they want to see the best out of that fucking game. And with Volition just saying haters are gonna hate, really shows us how they feel about the fans. Honestly, it really fucking shows us what they feel about us. And I wasn't that avid of a fan. I just enjoyed the carnage out of the whole franchise up until Get Out of Hell, because Get Out of Hell was also a fucking chore, to be honest, man. I'll be surprised if I do enjoy Agents of Mayhem. I'll be surprised. I have that downloaded, ready to go, but I'm not sure if I will, you know? Because everyone hated it beforehand, like they do now. Like I said, Saints Row is literally like a game you should wait for it on clearance, and then you can probably enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it was going to be. Enjoy it for what it was going to be, instead of it being a Saints Row title. That's how I feel about it. It should have never been a Saints Row title. It should have been a new IP, and it would have been a different target audience. But the reason they put Saints Row on it is because of the fucking community they already built. And of course, I feel like, has Volition done anything else? Has Volition done anything else as successful as Saints Row? That's what I feel about it. Like, if they kept going, of course they changed the Saints Row 3 identity because, you know, they were tired of being called a GTA clone or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was something. But at the end of the day, there was a reason why that worked for you. There was a reason why that worked for you. Anyways, guys, pretty sure I repeated a few things here and there, but at the same time, it's just crazy that the world, or at least the gaming side of things, is where it is at today, where games are not even polished, not even fucking quality controlled, where we just buy them just because fucking, I don't know, the suits want them out early, even though they fuck up our expectations every fucking time. Anyways, I guess that was a rant. I'm not sure. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching, listening. Don't like you guys do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.